Okay, do not make yourself suffer in advance. You don't have to do it. Marcus Aurelius himself said, you could choose to be better today, or you could be better today, but instead you choose tomorrow. Now, if you're like me, and I know majority of people are, you're probably guilty of doing the exact opposite, all right? Then if that's you, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, all that good trash. So you're trying to be great at something, you're trying to, accomplish, do something, right? We've all been there. We've all done the exact opposite, like, oh, I'm trying to lose weight. I didn't do my workout today because I wasn't feeling it for some reason. I'll make up for it tomorrow. What happens? You do your workout, your daily workout, and then maybe you add on to it. You do the workout you're supposed to do the day before, and you put more stress on your body. And what does that do? It probably makes you not want to work out the next day, putting you back in the same dilemma that you were just at, right? The same situation. Now you don't want to work out again. Now you're gonna have another day to make up for it. Now you're thinking about it, right? Or if you're into, if you're going to school or something, you have an exam coming up, and you study your ass off. You have to take some time to relax, to be able to not put so much stress on yourself. But if you get caught up relaxing too much, now you got to make up for those days, right? If you got to read a book, you read 10 pages a day at least. You miss 2 days, well, that third day you got to read 30 pages. And during that time, you're probably going to be thinking, oh man, I just this, I need to do this, blah, blah, blah. And then you're not even paying attention to what it is you're reading. You're just like, what the hell did I even just read? What was that last page about? And you got to go back and read it, and then you're wasting more time. All right. And I forgot what cartoon it was. It might have been SpongeBob. He was baking cookies or something. And I think the instructions he read were like, oh, bake at 400 degrees for 20 minutes. And he was like, well, if I could bake it at 400 degrees in 20 minutes, I should be able to bake it at 5 minutes at 1600 degrees, right? And there's a big old fire, exact same scenario, exact same situation, okay? You gotta focus about what you're doing now. You gotta be disciplined, which sounds, and when you think about it, is a lot harder. It is hard thinking about being disciplined if you're not already disciplined. Being disciplined, you just take small actions. And so just do that. If you're trying to lose weight, what's the one thing you can do? Oh, hey, go walk. All right, we'll go walk for 10 minutes. Don't worry about, obviously you're going to have to start dieting. It's the only way to accomplish your goal, but you can do that later, right? You need to do something now. You need to start forming the habit. Once you start forming the habit, you start forming other little good habits. And next thing you know, you're a bodybuilder, or you're just, ripping people in half as like a bouncer at some bar, and you're just like, wow, I came such a long way. Or maybe don't take it that far, But yeah, you gotta take little actions. If you're studying, if you're not a good person at studying, what's something you could do? Oh, find out how you learn. Some people learn visually or hands-on and stuff like that. Do small little steps that's gonna make you better, help you achieve your dream or goal or whatever it is you're trying to do. All right, don't stress about a situation. Don't think about it, because at the end of the day, what's gonna happen? You're gonna go lay down in your bed, and you're going to think about what you did that day. You're going to think about what you have left to do tomorrow. That's fine. You're reflecting on your day, and you're getting yourself mentally prepared for the next day. But if you spend half your time all day thinking and thinking and thinking, then you're hurting yourself. You're not going to get to your goal. Okay. And then it's not just for that, but it's also, for losing weight and working, or, getting smarter and shit. But for, let's say, people who are suffering from PTSD and stuff, or people who are suffering from depression and loneliness. If you're suffering from that type of stuff, there's always something you can do. There's always some place to reach out to, even if you feel there's no way. Okay? There's a hiker, I think it's Alan Ralston. Yeah, Alan Ralston. Anyways, this dude was a hiker, right? He went into some canyon, he got stuck, a boulder got lodged onto his arm, and he was stuck there for several days. He tried everything he could, right? His whole focus, his whole mind was set on, I'm gonna die. This is pretty bad. His arm had, whatever, the arm itself died, right? It was lodged between the canyon and the rock. He tried everything he could. He had, tried to chip away at the boulder with a knife. He had his, whatever his rope he had for his hiking equipment. He tried making a pulley system to move the boulder. Was not going anywhere. He accepted the fact that he was going to die there. right? Or at least he put that in his mind. He accepted this was a pretty bad place and there's nothing else I can do, because he started thinking about it too much. And through the power of dehydration and malnourishment, he had a vision, right, about his future son, and he wanted that vision to happen. So it wasn't already until clarity kicked in. He already accepted that he was going to die. He stopped thinking about a situation. He kind of just didn't care about it, right? Not saying don't care, but I'm saying don't care about all the negatives. Focus on the issue at hand and how you can resolve it. And what this guy ended up doing was, well, he realized, well, if I'm already going to die, right? This is post his vision. I see no harm in me losing my arm. You see? And so what he did was, well, the boulder had smashed in, he was right, smashing all his bones, and he got his knife, whatever pocket knife he got, and he sawed off his hand. Before he did that, he uses his bladder, right, his hydration pouch. He used the nozzle as a tourniquet, right? So he cut off the circulation to arm, and then he sawed it off, and he was able to climb up, I think, 40 or 60 feet through the canyon wall and find help. And later on, he actually had a son. So during that moment of stress, and you're putting yourself in a situation like, oh, I'm already going to fail this test, I'm not going to reach the goal that I'm trying to reach, you're hurting yourself. You got to take a step back, relax, moment of clarity, and then, well, what else could I do? If I'm already, you're like he did, if I'm already going to die, there's no problem me losing an arm. Well, if I'm not going to lose the 20-30 pounds at the end of the month, I might as well lose 10. I might as well lose 8, Just keep moving forward. Don't set yourself back to the point where you have to make up for it. And if you have to make up for it, don't think about it as you making up for it. Just stick to your daily routine and push yourself through it slowly. Find that momentum. Don't put yourself in stress. Don't hurt yourself ahead of time. You haven't failed, right? You haven't gotten the bad grade on that test or anything. So why would you mentally put yourself there? There's no point, okay? So I kind of jumped around a little bit. I think I lost myself there too. I was like, what? But take small little baby steps. If you're trying to lose weight, go for a walk. If you're trying to get smarter, pick up a book, read one page, right? Don't be reading Facebook articles, Instagram articles, find something that's actually interesting. Even if it's like geology or something, probably not geology. No. Anyways, just read anything, okay? Start working yourself up. Don't think about the negatives tomorrow. Think about the negatives that had happened and how you could learn from it so that it doesn't happen again. Or if it does happen again, you find yourself in a situation, was something there that you tried that would have helped you? Or did what you tried before did work, but it wasn't quite, as tweaked as it could have been? So learn from what's going on in the past, right? Don't focus too much on what you've accomplished because it's going to stress you out. Don't wear yourself out too much because whatever goal you're trying to accomplish is going to make it that much harder. Take small steps, relax, and always be sure to reach out to someone, all right? Every house has a foundation. You think, you got to put some type of support for yourself. Have someone there for you, okay? You think if we ripped a foundation or just left the foundation there but took all the rebar out, would that be good for a house? Probably not. Probably pretty bad, okay? So there's those small little things, small little details that help out. Make sure you have them. If you don't have them, try to reach out to someone so that you could have them, or understand where they might be so that you could get them. I think I jumped around too much, but I've made my point. Cool. Thanks for watching.